I'm Stacey Pompei. I'm the Vice President and General Counsel of Intelisys. I have worked with Intelisys for about 18 years. Approximately 15 of those years, I was an outside attorney. During that time, I also represented service providers and a large number of sales partners in the industry. I think all partners should have service agreements with their customers. I think a lot of partners overlook this. I think it's important because it's going to protect the partner, but by that same token, I think service agreements can also lead you down the path of no return. And I like to see service agreements that are really succinct and not too overly broad. I want to know that the partner's obligations are limited, that they don't use their service agreement as a marketing document. I can't tell you how many times I've seen that. They try to sell themselves in their service agreement or in their statement of work. That they try to say, oh, I will ensure you get the best price. I hate the word ensure. You can't ensure that they're going to get the best price. You're going to do a good job to help them get the best price. You want people's expectations to be realistic. And if you have too much marketing language in your service agreement, then people expect too much, right? So I think you need to really make sure that you dial it back. Another thing a lot of partners forget to do in their service agreements, and I know this is somewhat controversial, but I really recommend that the partners actually admit that they are being paid by the service providers once they place business with them. And this is really important. I know a lot of partners feel like, oh, maybe they don't want to let the customer know this, but I think it is really important to protect the sales partner. I've actually had situations arise where a customer didn't know that the sales partner was being paid, and the customer felt that the sales agent was completely agnostic. And I do believe that our sales partners are agnostic. However, they still get paid at the end of the day. So I like to have a clause like that in there that basically says, look, there's additional consideration taking place in this contract, right? You acknowledge that I likely will be paid from the ultimate supplier where your business will be placed, and you waive any conflict of interest that this might pose. And that way you don't have the customer coming back at a later date if they have problems with the services, because when a customer has problems with the services, they're going to go to everybody. They're going to go to the sales agent who represented them, they're going to go to the supplier. And if you have that in there, it might be a tough conversation to deal with at the beginning of the relationship, but I think it's a fair one. And I think it will cause you less heartache in the end.